Alright, I am badly, and this is going to be all story missions tutorial from Homer 1 to Lisa and Simpsons Hit and Run. This is only going to cover the gameplay aspect of the game, so I'm not going to get into frame limiting, auto splitting. I'm going to put a video in the description, that will help you more with that than I will. I'm not a very good expert. My controller layout is a bit different than everyone else's, so I'm gonna put that in the description as well in the paste bin. So with that, we're gonna get into it. We're gonna start here within 40-second unskippable cutscenes. Some parts of the video I sped up. This is post-com on a video I already recorded, so stress anything like that. So we're just gonna speed through the first cutscene. I'll do it. I just realized it was a bit low. So just a very basic opening cutscene here.
Cola. Let's get boys cola.
And as soon as we get here, we're gonna press right and spam Y. Talk to Marge, jump on the car, and get in. And this is a very basic driving line. There's nothing too special about it. We get that box, we walk in here, and we pick up this.
Congratulations, Homer. Mission complete.
It's very basic. I saved the game there because I don't know why I left that in there. But basically Homer 1's learning the game. You see me jumping on cars all the time. That's to skip the getting in car animation. Over the course of a run, we lose about a minute if we don't do that. And you saw me, I just hit that box and reset. I'm picking up all these coins. If you don't know, coins, we need those to purchase clothes and costumes to progress the game. This is a different coin route. When I get to Lisa, I'm gonna explain what this coin route is. It's a bit loud for me. If you aren't comfortable with Clueless, you can do this. If you want to do this anyway, because you aren't sure, do it anyway. It's very simple. And then we're just going to talk to Lisa. The very intro to the game is very basic. Doing that coin right there on top of the roof stays only, or loses only about 30 seconds, so it's up to you. It's not a big time loss for 150 coins. Or 120, sorry. Yeah, 150, you know, I'm right, first time. So do whatever you want to there. And then we're gonna petty theft. We wanna park close to Ned and try to get in the car. As close as we can. Sometimes, if you park right, you can press Y and it'll be faster than jumping on the car. I didn't there, so I jumped on top. And this is, Homer 1 is a very basic level. There's not a lot of things that will give you trouble besides traffic. It's basically learning the game. Like you saw there, I got in the car and I talked to Barney and I got right in. It's very fast to do it that way. We pick up those coins. Try not to get hit and run on petty theft. And you see me flicking my camera back there. That's to despawn traffic. It's not set. It's a set distance in front of you. I don't know the distance that it might despawn. It's RNG if it will despawn. And it's also RNG if another car will spawn. So sometimes you'll despawn a car way up in front of you and you'll spawn a car right in front of you that you hit. This jump here is a bit tricky. You can jump on the windshield usually, that's what I do. If not, just do a double jump and it's easy. It's easy peasy. It's not hard to do at all. The windshield jump is usually what I do though. It's just jumping on the windshield and jumping up there. That might be easier with a higher frame rate, I'm not sure. There is some jumps I'll go over later that are easier with a higher frame rate. We go over here, we get that B is physics a bit weird. If you don't get it, you can get it if you want to, don't have to. And we want to do a kind of a 180 here. We want to park on Flanders' driveway. If we park on Flanders' lawn there, the car will despawn and it's slower. So it's actually right along the driveway that we want to park, not on the grass at all, like not even the back wheels. And then you see me pull over there and I start drifting to the right because we're going to be going back towards Flanders' house after this mission. Or after talking to March. I'm sorry. And you see me, I failed getting in the car there. Or getting the car skip.
Take this.
And so we're just driving along here. Very basic stuff. I take a specific line, but you can have whatever line you will want. I think I'm surprised I didn't despawn that truck there, but I'm going for lane skip here. Lane skip is usually... It's kind of hard for beginners. You want to keep your camera on Lenny, but you want to like get Lenny over here to Barney. If you take your camera off Lenny,
I love to stay.
like I'm going to show you right now, he'll just spawn back over by Krusty Burger. So you'll fail Lenny skip if you take your camera off him and look away. So even if you mess it up, just make sure to keep your camera on him, or it'll go all the way back to Krusty Burger. This is a kind of hard strat to do, is the Lenny skip. A lot of beginners have trouble with it.
Piece of cake.
And we get the Plow King here to do the mission, but the Plow King is slow, so we just get a traffic car. We either get the minivan or the truck, whichever is closer. The minivan has a higher toughness for damage, but the pickup truck has higher acceleration. They have the same top speed, but the pickup truck has higher acceleration. And so that's helpful with the next mission. But it doesn't really matter, it's whichever is closest to you. And we're gonna go here first with this shot. We're gonna try to hit him head on and do kind of a 180 here. And just as soon as he gets past the crosswalk almost, we start pushing him. And they get him stuck right here. And you see me, I'm holding A plus right trigger. A is my handbrake. That gives me a boost of acceleration from a stop. This is a strat a lot of people struggle with. There's a speedrun Strat Mod. I'm going to show you a backup here if you don't get him. But there's a speedrun Strats Mod that on the Discord, I believe. Yeah, it's on the Discord. I'll post that in the description as well. There's an invisible wall along here, or you can just pin him against that wall. That's probably the best backup. There's an invisible wall along there that he can get stuck on. But if not, you can just hit him there and it'll do a lot of damage. Hitting enemies against a wall in your car does a lot of damage. For pretty much every destruction mission besides Armored Truck. Armored Truck has very high toughness though. So we're going on to Blind Big Brother. It's a very simple mission. As soon as we skip this dialogue, we want to run to the right and run out and jump. I want to do button boost here. Button boost is really easy on high frame rates. It's not on low. If you aren't comfortable doing it, just press the button. But it's just double jumping there and you get up there. Usually hugging the wall is the best way to consistently get up. That's what I find. I don't have a good lineup from the side, so that's kind of why I'm struggling to get on the button there. But if, you can just press the button. It's not much slower. It's not much slower, so it's whichever you prefer. And I restarted the mission here just to showcase me doing a full run with button boost, I believe.
When this is over, I'm hitting the sauce. How can I?
You'll see I jump, kick, and then land kick. That's the fastest way to destroy them. Butt stomping is also kind of fast. You'll see me butt stomp a couple of them. I made the cycle there sometime. If you take the thing, you won't make the cycle, so you lose like maybe a second. I made this cycle barely. If you land on the railing on that butt stomp on the third box, you'll miss the cycle, most likely. But everything else is pretty much just running. You can jump on the railing to the right there. I sometimes do that, or you can just kind of time your jumps and run across. And that's it. I believe I edited out the next cutscene, so we're just going to get into Flowers by Irene. The way the follow missions work in the first 3 levels is they have kind of a leniency to them. That but anyway, as soon as you're done that, restart mission and come out here. I think that was a rendering issue. My apologies. So basically the way the follow missions work is you want to stay close to them. If you go too far away, they have a leniency on the first 2 levels. Like, it's kind of, the first 2 levels are kind of tutorial levels before they get to the difficult levels, which is kind of why I compiled the first 3 because they're very easy to learn.
Mistakes were made.
If you get too far away, he'll go the same speed as a traffic car. So it's basically just following him as fast as you can. If you get too far away, he'll slow down. You'll probably see him slow down here. That's part of the reason. Yeah, he's going pretty slow here. When we get closer, he'll speed right up, like that. Getting out of your car negates that effect, so at the end of this mission, you'll see me get in my car and he'll just keep driving.
I blame society.
When we get to the power plant parking lot, just as soon as you pass the crosswalk, you're going to want to hit the brakes. If you hit the brakes there for some reason, if you don't hit the brakes for some reason, you get stuck on that panel to the left there that I just drove past. And if you brake, he doesn't for some reason. I don't know why. It's just weird with the AI, I suppose. But you see me running in my car into bees here, I believe. I believe I get 1 or 2. Yeah, I get 1. The rule basically is you get 2 freebies per level. 2 freebies per level of your car. You can exit the menu or change level to reset that counter. But I won't do that in this tutorial. It's for beginners. You can get this coin here if you want, I suppose. I didn't get it. You like to get both those bees, but you don't have to. And I'll go talk to Marge.
Marge Simpson, at your
You see me spamming look behind here, that prevents further traffic from spawning. I also despawn that bus there. So it gives me a clear view here.
Learn to drive, dumbass.
I go first person here. Some missions you'll see someone get stuck and I'll just ram them. For this one it doesn't really matter because he's going the same way. I'm going to show you a couple different routes you can take back to the Simpsons house here depending on where you finish Storm.
Will be mine.
And the most optimal, I think I get the most optimal here. Yeah, I do, because he gets stuck on a truck here, unfortunately. So the most optimal is the shortcut right here. You can just take it and just drive through the rusty glass here.
A lot of people have rules.
And then do a drift.
Possessions
There you
are
go.
fleeting.
You're on your way home. This is probably the slowest way. If you get him stuck over here, you can go get this vending machine. And then you can go over here and there you go. Or you can go up here and do a drift.
Where am I gonna put
And
all
go through here. Go through there. This is probably the fastest. You go up here by the fire truck and just about when you hit the wall in the fire truck, reset, and you'll spawn up there. And here's the drive back.
I am so embarrassed.
And so as soon as this mission ends, I want to pause the video here because I'm going to be explaining a lot.
Everyone sucks
Actually, I think I
but me.
go slow in the game anyway. I'm going to want to run over to this phone booth as soon as the mission
I
ends
need your
and
help.
get my family
parents,
sedan. If I don't,
sleeping.
I still have the Plow King. So I want to get that. It also allows me to do pan and skip here. Pan and skip is if you have a set car, which we did there with the Canyonero, and either finish an interior such as say the Simpsons house or the Quickie Mart, and you use a phone booth. You can pause, unpause, and skip the pan into the next mission. So that's what I'm going to do in the next mission. So I'm just going to pause and mission select and go to the Fat and Furious here. Once I finish doing my circles, I suppose. And then pause, unpause as soon as you see me spamming pause soon. This is Carl skip.
Piece of cake.
The old skip was that you would take Carl and you would push him inside the power plant and trigger the mission inside the power plant. So you could just drive to the power plant. This was changed, I believe, last year. Like I think it was last February, I believe. February 2017.
As soon as I'm done scratching
You just
myself,
reverse
you're
against
free.
the door there, and you reset your car, and you hit reverse again, and you do a 180, and you're inside the power plant. It's really easy to do. You just there's
Oh, I wanted a peanut.
I'm trying to think of the words. There's a couple frames before you hit it, you reset, but usually hitting it is the best way to. If you don't hit the door, you'll just reset in the power plant. You have to hit the door. So I went for that bee there again. You should get 2 bees there at the end of Flowers by Irene. If you don't, it's alright. You should try to get both these there. And I'm going to talk to Mr. Burns here, and that's going to trigger the end of Homer 1.
I keep making God
And now we're on to
madder
Bart
and
1.
madder.
Oops.
I gotta get the... No problem.
And this is... I sped this up because it's very basic. Just going through here.
I'll get
It's very basic route. You can go right here and go through the car wash to the left. Or you can go this way. This way is the faster one. I find more success escaping Skinner the right way. But I'm going to also show you DMV strat if you don't lose Skinner. This is a very basic driving route. You get here. And you can talk to Jimbo. This is DMV's strat. If he gets too close to you, or if he follows you, you can just go in the DMV. The way interiors work in this game is they're on the map, but they're like way off the interior. So it just automatically escapes you if you enter the interior. We do that for an actual strat later in the game. I believe we do that in Marge. Yeah, we do that in Marge. I think that's the only time we actually do it for the speed strat. I park a bit back here. If you park too close, your car will despawn. So you don't want to despawn your car at all. And then we drive over here. We want to get any car but the long car, pretty much. Like, I want that taxi there. I see that taxi there. I want that. Taxi has lower acceleration than the sports car, but it has the same top speed. Like, you see a sports car right to the right there. I thought I pointed it. I think I pointed a sports car later, I believe. That sports car is there. You'll know what one it is. It's not the long car, and it's not the taxi. So here we talk to Otto. I usually do a jump to try to line myself up. Usually doing a jump there sets the camera in a way. Sometimes it doesn't. Camera there is a bit finicky. I'm talking to Otto. Everything's sped up here because it's just very basic driving. Going through the shortcut here to the left. We want to park with our passenger door close to Snake. And optimally, we'll get out, talk to Snake, and spam Y and get back in the car. I parked a bit too far off there, but it's not a big deal. And for Wiggum Escape here, I'm going to show you how... I'm going to intentionally fail. For Wiggum Escape here, you want to have speed when you pick up the package from Ralph. You want to be in your car and you want to have speed. If you go from a dead stop, Wiggum will spin you out and you will not escape him.
It's time for some fireworks, eh?
Like this. He hit me there, he spins around, and he follows me.
This is bad, this is bad, this is bad.
He follows me.
Alright.
You want to have momentum when you pick up that package. I want to show you the correct way to do it now. You want to get in your car and you want to have momentum, so Wiggum will not hit you. So he'll get confused, and you lose him instantly. It's really easy.
That's the bomb.
But make sure you have speed or you will not do it. This mission is a bit tricky. I do not blame you if you fail it. There's no strats, just go fast. I go here for a box or a vending machine and a wasp there. But I don't blame you, this mission was programmed terribly. The car is programmed to go 180 kilometers an hour. Their car is programmed to go, I believe, in the 130 area. It's also programmed to hit a lot of things, but it doesn't. Like you see, I almost lost that race. Here I'm going to look for a traffic car. I want the taxi or I want the sports car. I got the taxi. I'm just going to mission select reward to Bart Frank. This mission is pretty basic. There's a coin route to it. There's a box and a wasp here. You can just back up, and go back and follow him. You kind of want to use... You can use that grass there in front as a ramp. And then pick up another box and a wasp there and reset. We do a drift here and drift here. He can go three ways here. He can go... I want to kind of get a good frame. He can go to the left there by Moe's, or he can go to the right, or he can go to the left and then halfway through decide to go to the right by Moe's. That's really rare, but I'll say there's two. The left way is the fastest way, but he'll sometimes get stuck on the train car. The right way is the slower way, but he'll never get stuck on the train car. I don't remember which way he takes. He takes the fast way here, so he might get stuck on the train car. I go for this wasp here. Usually you can get it, but I'm just terrible and I can't get it. So I get back in the car. Usually you'll lose the black band if you wait there too long. He did not get stuck here, which is pretty good for me. You get a wheelie there, though. That's pretty cool. So here, this is the end of the follow mission. I want to go this way, and I want to hit this box here. If you miss that box, you can get it on Cletus, but it's really optimal to get it here because as soon as you get it, you'll spawn over in front of Herman's. Like that. You just press Y and get back in the car. And talk to Wiggum. I don't know why I spammed that camera there.
Just give me a second to catch my
And
breath.
go talk to Snake. And Snake got hit by a car because he's up here.
Hey, Snake.
You'll always get hit by a car. I've never seen someone not get hit by a car here. And I'm spamming the camera to prevent further cars from spawning for doing this strat. I'm going to go back here, drive over here, and I'm going to reset the car over here. I probably could have went back a bit further, but I want to reset there because I spawn up on the freeway. And I spawn on a downward slope, so the acceleration will be faster. You can do it earlier, but the acceleration will be slower because you'll be on a level slope. Going downhill is a bit faster. And this is the most optimal route to go here. Just go straight, go left, and go through this Buzzcola or wood here, and take a right and left, and you'll be there. That's the fastest way to get here. And I can walk in the black screen and try to get there, or I can pause on pause. I believe I showcased pause on this next mission better than beef at the end. So there's two routes for this. There's the intended route and there's the route we take.
Bart Simpson at your service.
I believe I do the intended route the first try just to show you what to do.
Just put some butter on the wound, it'll be fine.
It's very basic. It's just follow the map pretty much, to be honest. Just 1 second, let me make the cough.
Oh, that was better than the movie box.
Yeah, it's very basic here.
Hey, listen, I'll miss the rest then.
It's basically follow what you want, reset there, and you spawn on the other side of the train so you don't waste time.
I'm sorry, no, but that person should have watched where they were.
And 10, I think I cut the video when I get 14 here. I do the speed run way. Yeah, I cut the video here. This is the way that most speedrunners do it. It's really up to you. It's not a very big time loss to do the intended way. I think it's like 2 or 3 seconds. So it's really up to you. This is a bit tighter on time. Usually I finish with 15 seconds left, but I'm decent. I like to think I'm decent at the game, so I'm not sure if like new players will be that good at having time at the end of this. So whichever you're comfortable with, to be honest. And it'll be pretty much the same drive back, no matter which road I do. Except I'll take a shortcut to the left here. Like there's a shortcut to the left I took on attention deficit disorder, or master language disorder, sorry. And I just go through there instead. I try to go right here because these like little potholes I'm in right now, they can kind of glitch the frame rate that I'm at and give me more acceleration. So I try to drive through those to make me go faster. I want to showcase a failed Apu escape here, just to show you what you can do. So I want to go left here. I'm just going to drive straight to the hospital. Apu is going to follow me. He's going to follow me because I made him follow me. And basically do a 180 here and drive back. You'll pretty much guarantee to lose him. Unless he got stuck on traffic, you'll lose him. Yeah. And I pause on pause there and get the item. I'm going to show you the speedrun strat here, I believe. Yeah. And so when I come through here, I want to go straight. I want to go straight for that Lord Lad's Donuts. I go a bit to the right because I want to center myself to do a drift turn around that corner and not lose much speed. So I do a drift turn here. I want to avoid cars that are parked there because cars sometimes park there, and I want to go straight. And Apu gets hung up on the Krusty Burger building a little bit when I do that. So I basically catch up to him. Or he basically gets stuck and I basically escape him really easily. And it's the same thing. No, monkey see, monkey do. Very basic mission. Just basically collect fun. Collect a lot of coins, collect a lot of monkeys.
Easy peasy.
Go here and talk to Dr. Frank.
Hi,
You can push Frank over to Homer there, but nobody does it because it's really inconsistent. Because Frank isn't like Lenny; he's a lot smarter. I mean, Mr. Plow here. Usually, I kind of gauge 650 for me. For new runners, I suspect 750 would be a good coin count here. I usually like having 450 after the purchase, so 550 after a purchase for a new runner would probably be the best. Very basic, just follow the route that I'm doing here. You can pick up the coins that I'm doing here as well. The next one after this one, I bank off the wall. You don't have to bank off the wall. I don't think very many people do this besides me. I bank off the wall and it kind of gives me the correct angle. This is sign skip. Sometimes you get hung up here, you can just reset your car. It's a bit faster to do sign skip. I go in here and I get the box as well. Some people don't do that. And after this one I reset just because it's faster than reversing. And there's a box to the left up here on this jump. I don't know if I get it or not. I do. If you don't get it, it's not a big deal. Don't worry about it. Don't retry the jump. Only retry the jump if you miss the monkey. And there's an elevator on the other side if you want to take that instead of doing the jump again. And I got bad luck there and I landed on top of a taxi and flipped my truck over. Sometimes I get bad luck. So this is very basic. You can get that one at the end, or at the very end. That one there that I just got. And reset your car, but I don't. This one here, I want to park, or I want to aim to the left here. Because when I reset here, it'll spawn me this direction and do a 180. If I don't, it'll spawn me the same direction as that sports car, and I'll have to reverse for the one on the left here. So, that's very easy to do. Yeah, that one I was talking about earlier, you can get it right here and just respawn your car and you'll spawn down here. It's whichever you prefer for that one, I suppose. This one I tried to park close to the phone booth there. When I park close to the phone booth, it glitches the car door. And so it spawns me on top of the car. So I just have to jump on top of the roof from here. I get this B here. And I do a very particular run here to Dr. Nick. And reposition myself.
Need sugar.
You can look at my control stick to see where I'm aiming here. If not, it's not a big deal. Sellouts is tricky. You'll want to practice this mission.
Here's your last.
Like I want to show you the strats, but
this is too cool for school.
For this one, don't hit him down there. It's just slower. Just ram into the. You can hit him on like an angle, but don't like push him down there. It's just gonna be slower in the long run. Usually this first one I want to sandwich him against the wall because that does a lot more damage, like you saw that first time I sandwiched him. Getting into the end of the tunnel was kind of bad for me, but it's decent.
Whoa.
And so... the second card is pretty easy as well. You see me hit the brake here, that's a reverse damage glitch. I'll post a video explaining that as well.
Laws of physics.
So push him back here, and I'm waiting for him to catch up to me. Come on, buddy. Come on. That sports car might give me a bit of trouble, but it doesn't. I just sandwich him against there, and he runs against the wall and kills himself. This one, I had some bad luck here. I hit the pole. Usually, if you sandwich him against the barricade in your truck, he'll get one hit from death, but he didn't there. You can hit him into this barrier right to the right there that I just missed, and that does a lot of damage as well. But if you get the barrier, go for it. Sometimes you won't get it. This one you can get the barrier as well. You get the building on the right there by the Googleplex. And this one I want to sandwich him to the wall to the right here.
Not the detailing.
And I get him one hit from death there.
That's totally awesome.
And so 610 is decent. Don't be frustrated if you get mid-5s on the end there. I'm talking about the end timer, by the way. Don't be surprised if you get mid 5s when you start, or low 5s, or even 4s. It's about learning. You'll get 6s eventually.
Well done.
And then we got cutscene skip here.
I totally rule.
I get the 1 frame here, but feel free to pause buffer it. You want to pause like the same frame as the mission is complete. It's like time it to when the other mission's complete, and you have like 1 frame to get it, I believe. And I get the no 1 pause there. If you pause on a black screen, unpause. You will crash the game. Do not do it. I'll post a clip down below of someone doing it and crashing their game an hour and a half in. Do not do it. Do not unpause or do not cutscene skip on a black screen ever. I've seen dozens of people do it. I've made multiple forum posts. I made multiple posts in the Discord about it. Do not do it. Do not. And feel free to pause buffer here. Like, if you aren't comfortable with it, feel free to. You'll only lose a couple seconds. And then you want to warp to Lisa. We just walk in here and talk to comic book guy.
I need to find. Hello, Springfield.
I split up this video because it's very basic driving. You want to handbrake here and try to get down the stairs. I handbraked a bit too early and hit the wall to the right there. You hit that vending machine there. If not, you'll get it later.
My car is now near mint.
You want to go straight here. You can go on the right to some other missions, but there's a checkpoint here at the big squid port sign, so you want to go there.
Right.
If you don't get that checkpoint, you won't be able to finish the race. You see me hit the wall here. I use the momentum to backwards 180 there. You can also do a drift if you like. And this is another strat. When you come up here, it's like right after you hit the wrench, and you want a car reset, and you'll spawn up here. You're right by Burns Casino, where you just hit the jump. I don't believe we use that anywhere else besides there. I don't think we do. But it's pretty cool. And next is Clueless. Clueless is... I think Clueless gave me a lot of trouble as a kid. I believe it did. Thinking about it now. Clueless is a mission you'll want to practice if you do the Clueless coin route. I'm going to show you the way to do it without the Clueless coin route first, and then I want to add the Clueless coin route after. So you come down here, you get in there. For some reason, whenever there's a truck in that parking lot, it'll despawn when you trigger the talk to Millhouse thing. If you're good, you can get that machine. I'm not good. And so 180 here. Hit that vending machine if you want to. If not, you can get it later. And if you ever hit that barrier there, you can just car reset it and it'll spawn you over here. And I go off to the right here. It's just a bit faster. It's not a big deal if you don't. If you reset there and you spawn over by Millhouse, the boat won't spawn until you drive on it. So don't reset it if you don't want the boat not to spawn. It'll still like use the thing, but it won't like drop you to the map or anything, but it just looks weird. And I go over here, and when I go through this Globex glass here, and just about when I hit the railing, I want a car reset. And I spawn over here by the taffy shop, which is the other side of the pier. And this is the not Clueless route. I can just go over here and just drive through the crusty glass. And it's easy peasy. Do a 180. Talk to Millhouse. Kick him in the ravine. So this is the Clueless coin route. This is kind of tight if you're a new player. I'm going to more practice this because this is the fastest way to do it. It's honestly not too hard, but you'll probably fail it the first couple times. I don't feel upset if you fail it a couple times. I do some not run practice on it, and you'll get it eventually. When the timer on the top left reaches 19, usually I leave. I'd recommend 21 for new players. So as soon as it hits like 21, like right there, I believe. But for me, it's 19. And then I get in the car and I drive over here. I try to angle myself to the right there, like you see. So I'll spawn the correct way here. If I don't, I'll spawn backwards and have to do a 180. And you can see the timer's kind of tight at 19 seconds, or even at 20. Yeah, I left at 19, sorry. You saw Millhouse, he got spooked by the car. He jumps into the ravine. If he ever does that, you can just look away and look back. Respawn. Similar to Lenny and Homer 1.
At least easy as pie. The number, that is.
So we're on to Bonfire of the Manatees here. The strat's kind of neat. The best way I've found to do it is to let him hit you and guide him in. Traffic can sometimes fuck you up if you do the fast way. I try not to swear, but I swear once, sorry.
I smashed my skull.
And you're just gonna wedge him into here. And you see me doing the handbrake glitch again, where I hold A just before I hit the gas to give me higher acceleration, so I have to back up less. And you just want to get 15, and as soon as you get 15, you want to reset your car, and you'll spawn over the wall. And then just basically drive. I hold up left here when I get to the observatory, and then I just spam Y, like you'll see that. And usually I'll get in the building. As soon as you talk to Frank, you want to press B to skip the celebration. Like you just saw me kick. I want to go over and I want to buy Lisa Cool. I don't need Lisa Cool for the next mission, but I need it for 2 missions time. For Slithery Sleuthing. And since I had a set car mission and I finished an interior, I can skip the panning here. So I'm going to mission select to Operation Hellfish and pause on pause. Talk to Grandpa. And pretty much here, any card that you see coming towards you, you want to take. It doesn't matter. It's the fish van, it's a truck, it's the sedan, whatever. Take it. It's faster. You can see me do the bridge jump here. It's kind of tricky. If you fail it, you'll just respawn on the bridge. So it's not a big deal if you miss it. And I'll buy the school bus here from Auto. And you can get in the truck and drive over and you'll probably get the freebie in the box. I have some history of getting stuck on the rocks. So I'd just rather come over here and kick them. And then as soon as you're done that, restart mission and you'll spawn back up at the observatory. With the school bus. These cards aren't very hard. Well, they kind of are. You can get a wedge of these right here if you like. Like I kind of did, but I didn't. The best way is to get them wedged up against this dam right here where the orange pylons are. That's the best place to get them. I didn't get them here, but that's where you want to get them. The second car is probably the one that's going to give you the most trouble. The second car, you kind of want to hit him to do a 180 against the building, and then sandwich him and kill him. It's kind of tricky. I didn't get him in this one run. It's kind of something you gotta get a feel for as well. Like, you'll see me hit him here. Like, I kind of want to get him to 180. Like, you see him spinning there. I kind of want him to go straight and go straight into that blue glass on the left side there. Like, I had him almost, and then I kind of gave him a little pit there. Like a little pit to the right. And that got him unstuck. So basically the backup is just hit him. Your school bus is really tough, so a couple hits will probably do him in. And the other thing is just walls will do a lot of damage as well. So whichever you prefer. Fast as whatever you want. I'm going to speed up the video here a bit. Okay. You see me jump off the right here? I use this purple building with the nerd on the top. I think that's a nerd. I'm not sure what that is. I use that as a reference. And when I hit that building, I reset and I reset over here. Now this car, when I see him, I want to hit him. He's turning left. I want to hit him from the left side to cause him to go right. So that'll sandwich him in the front. And he'll go straight into the wall. I mess it up here. but I get a lot of damage, and I get him stuck down here. You can also get him stuck down here, and he'll kill himself by just running against the wall there. If you get him like sideways and get him stuck, he'll just die. Yeah, the mission sucks to the release of the thing. This is the mission that you wanted.
Excuse me.
Cool Ford. Don't feel ashamed if you fail this mission. You can fail this mission just because of RNG sometimes.
Let's just do this.
I failed it in like PB attempt because of RNG.
Strike one.
So I want to pick up that.
Designer G.
There's a vending machine in the left here I pick up as well. So the second drop is coming up right about here, it should be. And the third drop is the one that's a bit unforgiving.
That's a moving violation.
Usually, if you get a bit further back, he'll kind of mercy drop it early for you. It's not a guaranteed thing. Like, he can drop it there, he can drop it over the bridge. If you land on the bridge with it, you can, if you go back to the edge of the other side of the bridge and jump back, you can make it. Sometimes he'll jump it off. If he jumps over the bridge, don't over accelerate. Take your finger off the gas. Like when you get to the top of the bridge jump. Because he can drop it and you can overshoot it and you can fail the mission. So just be careful. Just be careful to not kill your run. Like take like a couple seconds and take your finger off the gas just to make sure you don't fail. So it's the same way we came here pretty much, except we take a couple shortcuts on the way back. Shortcuts we take in all level. Very basic stuff, to be honest.
I hope no one saw that. Smashy, smashy.
Oh, release now.
Jump over there. And when we get here, we want to skip this. We want to go over to the phone booth because right now we can't mission warp without we can't mission warp while the mission completes up, so we just go over there and get the Malibu Stacy, so that skips the pan in next mission. Next card of Wiggums. So pause on pause here.
Chief Wiggums.
And talk to the C-Cap.
Lisa Simpson.
This is a very basic mission. Just follow the route pretty much.
Fish delivered to a
There's one strat I believe here, that's it. Like after this fish I kinda do a drift right and I reset. And I spawn right next to the next fish. This one, this box here, you can do a drift in or you can run into and reset. I think I would run in and reset to it.
There goes my college money.
Running into it and resetting is the safer way of doing it.
Now you'll never be fried and served with tartar sauce.
So basically, to collect the bomb again.
Next time, watch out for
There's
that.
not much to comment on here, to be honest.
I gotta go.
Except, freedom! Sorry, how to do it. Yeah, very basic. I'm just gonna speed it up a little bit. There's no real strats here, just make sure you pick up that one. Usually if I go first person then I miss that one. I'm gonna slow it down here because we're about to do some other stuff. So after this I kind of do a drift left. I want to land close to the phone booth and I want to use the phone booth. And I want to get the school bus. And this will be the last mission in Lisa. And the last mission of this tutorial. Oh, Pirate of the Sea. So for this, you can kind of sandwich him on the turn here. I usually do like a right turn back up here to start. If you hit him down there, it's just slower. I kind of want to sandwich him against there. And that's some good damage. You don't have to do that. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. But make sure you get the strat of pushing him down here.
Sweet forward momentum. Ow.
Pushing him down here and trying to get him to the right. I didn't get it. I didn't get it, so I reset the showcase what I mean here. Like that was a good limo, but I want to showcase the strat here of what I want. So I think I'll go for another hit here. I get him. Got him good. You want to get him down here, and you want to get him just like I got him. I'll probably push him until he's like straight like that. Yeah, that's pretty good. And I go down here and I pick up some points. You can go for this B if you like. Usually I go for it in the car. If I miss it, I don't give up. When you get over here, usually I use that pull to the right as a reference. When I pass that, I reset and I spawn up here. And now there's two ways you can go up here. These are kind of tricky, so practice them. The first one is probably the trickiest in my opinion. You want to park your bus so the wheels are on like the darker wood of the by the pole there, and then jump on your bus. It gives it a little bit added height, and then jump up here and jump on top of the pole and jump on the boat. And that jump is a lot trickier than it looks. I mean, it looked pretty easy there, but it's a lot trickier. I usually miss that once. This is the easier jump for beginners. You just have to jump on the pole here, or jump on the wooden pole, jump on that, and jump over here. That's a lot easier for beginners. Well, yeah, that's the first 2 levels of this game. That's the basic understanding of the first 2 levels of the game. After this, it's going to get a lot more complicated. Marge and Apu are probably the most technical levels of the run. They're probably going to take a lot of work to get every single strat that you need down. So that'll probably be out in a week or 2. I'm not sure yet, but it'll be done. But anyway, next time is Marge and Apu. So thanks for watching. And that's going to be the end of this video.